How do we change it?
You can scale it up.
Oh, we have to. Then we lose the button.
प्रेम नमस्ते सभी भाइयों बहनों को पंडित चंद and our dearest guests. Our next bhajan is Dayanand ने काम की है तुम भी करो काम. And this is what we are here to celebrate, the teachings of Rishi Dayanand. So he's put us on the path, and of course it is for us now to take this path forward. दयानंद ने काम की है तुम भी करो काम आर्य कहेंगे सारा जमाना दयानंद काम की है तुम भी करो काम आर्य कहेंगे सारा जमाना
No problem.
अनाथों को आश्रम गरीबों को दाना अनाथों को आश्रम गरीबों को दाना माँ बेटी दोनों की सदा करो रक्षा आर्य कहेंगे सारा जमाना
Namaste everyone. No function is ever complete without the usual ND announcement. Will the driver of the vehicle of ND 912439, it looks like a white BMW, 912439, please move your vehicle, that bay is needed. Thank you. Sorry, Pandita ji.
No problem.
दयानंद की वीर सैनिक बनेंगे, दयानंद का काम पूरा करेंगे। दयानंद के वीर सैनिक बनेंगे, दयानंद का काम पूरा करेंगे। उठाए ध्वजा धर्म की हम फिरेंगे, उसी के लिए हम जिएंगे मरेंगे, उसी के लिए हम जिएंगे मरेंगे। दयानंद के वीर सैनिक बनेंगे, दयानंद का काम पूरा करेंगे। गुंजाएंगे हम वेदों के गीत गाकर, दिखाएंगे दुनिया पुरानी बनाकर, दिखाएंगे दुनिया पुरानी बनाकर। दयानंद के वीर सैनिक बनेंगे, दयानंद का काम पूरा करेंगे। उजाड़ेंगे शहरों को जंगल बसाकर, बिताएंगे जीवन को सच्चा बनाकर, बिताएंगे जीवन को सच्चा बनाकर। दयानंद के वीर सैनिक बनेंगे, दयानंद का काम पूरा करेंगे। उठाएंगे ऋषियों की आवाज को हम, बनाएंगे फिर स्वर्ग संसार को हम, बनाएंगे फिर स्वर्ग संसार को हम। दयानंद के वीर सैनिक बनेंगे, दयानंद का काम पूरा करेंगे। दयानंद के वीर सैनिक बनेंगे, दयानंद का काम पूरा करेंगे, पूरा करेंगे, पूरा करेंगे।
Welcome once again to the 200th birth anniversary of Swami Dayanand. We hope you are enjoying the lovely bhajans provided by Dr. Dina
Namaste once again.
thus far.
Uh,
Thank you.
Can I please ask Pandit Reshma and I don't know if Roshila Ben is here. They can just join me on stage to sing this next song. They always do. So I just thought I'll just call them by surprise. I hope you can join me, please.
ऋषि ने जलाई है जो दिव्य ज्योति, जहाँ मैं सदा यूं ही जलती रहेगी। ऋषि ने जलाई है जो दिव्य ज्योति, जहाँ मैं सदा अभाव और अन्यायी जड़ से हिलाते जलाने मिटाने की खातिर, अविद्या अभाव और अन्यायी जड़ से हिलाते जलाने मिटाने की खातिर, दयानंद के जाने सारों की टोली कफन बांध सर पे निकलती रहेगी। ऋषि ने जलाई है जिधर से भी गुजरेगी जिस वक्त लेकर, ये हाथों में पाखंड कंदनी पटाका, जिधर से भी गुजरेगी जिस वक्त लेकर, ये हाथों में पाखंड कंदनी पटाका, धर्म देश जीत के सब दुश्मनों को यहाँ पैरों के नीचे मसलती रहेगी। ऋषि ने जलाई है पहाड़ों से भीड़ना, तूफानों से लड़ना, जन्म से ही हमको सिखाया ऋषि ने, सदा मुश्किलों से डर जुड़ने की तमन्ना दिलों की मचलती रहेगी। ऋषि ने जलाई है जो दिव्य ज्योति, जहाँ मैं सदा यूं ही जलती रहेगी। सुनो कान धर कर दुनिया के लोगों, पथिक आज इन दीवानों की मस्ती, अधिक आज इन दीवानों की मस्ती सदाचार की भाल ऊंची करेगी दुराचार का सर गिराती रहेगी ऋषि ने जलाई है जो दिव्य ज्योति जहाँ में सदा यूं ही जलती रहेगी ऋषि ने जलाई है ऋषि ने जलाई है ऋषि ने जलाई है जो दिव्य ज्योति जहाँ में सदा यूं ही जलती रहेगी नमस्ते थैंक यू धन्यवाद
Thank you so much, Panditji and Vishen Bhai.
That was lovely. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Dr. Veena Lakshman rendering some beautiful bhajans to kick off the function.
Adharda Sanyasigan, Pandit Aarti Shannon, Dr. Bisram Rambilas, Shri Ashwin Shikamji और प्यारे परिवार प्रेम नमस्ते हम सभी को हार्दिक स्वागत है Greetings and a gracious welcome to everyone to our Samad celebration as we pay homage to Maharishi Swami Dayanand. This being 200 years since his birth, we celebrate his legacy of 150 years of the Arya Samaj in the world and 100 years of the Samaj in South Africa. We're now going to begin our program this morning with the Havan. I respectfully request our revered sannyasis and yajvans to take their seat on stage. I will call out the names. Pujya Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Pujya Swami Maitriji, Pandit Aarti Shannon, Mr. and Mrs. Dharam Singh, Mrs. K. Satyadeva, Mrs. Shiro Batoi, Mr. Robin Binder Prasad, whilst our yajmans are taking their seats on stage, I would like to just review a few of the housekeeping rules again. Please switch all your cell phones to silent. Should you need the bathrooms, there's a set of bathrooms in the buildings on my right. There's also bathrooms in the Saligram dining hall as well as the Victor Day building. Again, your shoes can be kept underneath the chairs. We have a bookstall as well. Please support our bookstall today before you leave. Should you need water, again, that's a little bit more than the Achman sip. Please raise your hand and someone will bring water to you. And finally, you will see on your Bahukund there is or was a piece of signage that was attached to it. Please remove those signs, those paper signs, otherwise our Bahukund might turn into a Mahayaj. I also respectfully request Mrs. Pyarilal to join us on stage as one of our Yajmans as well.
Thank you once again for joining us. We are celebrating the 200th birth anniversary of Swami Dayanand, who actually founded the Hindu reform organization called Arya Samaj in 1875. So we're here today for a very special 200th birth anniversary. We hope you enjoy.
The Yajna was considered by Swami Dayanand ji as integral in our Vedic culture. He raised the flag of back to the Vedas. Today, as we perform the Havan, let us remember that the Havan is not a form of worship of the physical fire. It is the essence of our dharma encapsulated in Idan Namama, nothing for the self, all for society. I will ask you to rise and join us in the singing of our beloved national anthem, followed by Vedic Dharam Ki Jai. If you have your Aryan prayer for you, the words for Vedic Dharam Ki Jai are on page 92. Immediately thereafter, we're going to go into the Havan. Pandit N. Shannon is our Puja Pandit and president of the Arya Samaj, and she will be conducting the Havan thereafter. Thank you. I do apologize. We seem to have a small technical glitch. Please be seated, and I'll call upon you again just now. please rise. Thank you.
अभिमान द्वेष
seated. I would like to acknowledge Pujya Swamiji Chandika Nandanji from the Sannyas Spiritual Council of South Africa and the Ramakrishna Seva, and also from the Sannyas Spiritual Council of South Africa. Namaste. We're now going to go into our Havan. As we begin our Havan, which will be officiated by Pandit Shannon, I want to extend a special acknowledgement to someone who is not here with us today, and that is Shri Naren Patandin, the patriarch of our Samaj. He took ill last year, and we are really missing him. And in this prayer today, may we extend special thoughts and good wishes for his recovery. Over to you, Pandit Nanakjan.
Thank you, Rashila. Namaste to one and all of you. We are going to begin straight with the Havan. We will begin by reciting Om 3 times, followed by the Gayatri Mantra and the Ishwar Upasana. Those of you who have your Aryan prayers, you can follow me. And if you know the mantras, please join in. Mayo Bhavaya Cha Namah Shankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Namah Shivaya Cha Shivataraya Cha. Ishwar Upasana. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva Yadbhadrantanna Asuva. Om Hiranya Garbha Samavartatagre Bhutasya Jataha Patir Eka Asit Sadadhara Prithivim Dhyam Uttemam Kasmai Deva Yahavisha Vidhema. Om Ya Atmada Baladayasya Vishwa Upasate प्रशिशं यस्य देवाः यस्य छाया अमृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ यः प्राणतो निमिषतो महित्वैक इदराजा जगतो बभूव य ईशे अस्य द्विपदश्चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ ये नद्योरुग्र पृथिवी च दृढा येन स्वाष्टभितन् येन नाकः यो अन्तरिक्षे रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम ॐ प्रजापते न त्वदेतान्यन्यो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्काम आस्ते जुहुम अस्तनो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयोरयीनाम् ॐ स नो बन्धुर्जनिता स विधाता धामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा यत्र देवा अमृतम् आनशानास्तृतीये धामन् अध्यैरयन्ता ॐ अग्नेनय सुपथारा ये अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नम उक्तिं विधेम. We'll begin Havan. Please take water, Achman, water in your right palms. Om Amrito Pasranamasi Swaha. Again. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Once more. Om Satyam Yashaha Shrirmayi Shrihi Shrayatam Swaha. Please rinse your palms and take water in your left palm. Dipping your two middle fingers into the water, you will touch the various organs of your body. You have pandits and sitting with you and they'll be guiding you. If not, you can watch me and follow me. Thank you. Om Vangama Asyestu. Om Nasur Me Prano Astu. Om Akshnur Me Chakshurastu. Om Karnayor Me Shrotamastu. Om Bahur Me Balamastu. Om तेजो अस्तु ॐ अरिष्टानि मे अङ्गानि तनुस्तन्वा मे सह सन्तु. We now do the Agnyadhan mantra. You have camphor, you have a diya. Please light your diya first. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha. Om Bhurabhuva Swardhyariva Bhumna Prithiviva Varimna Tasyaste Prithivi Devayajani Prishthe Agnim Anadam Ana Om Udbudhya Swagne Pratijagre Vamishta Purte Samsrijeta Vayancha Asmin Sadhaste Adhyutarasmin Vishwe Deva Yajaman Ascha Siddhata. Samidadhana. Please take your first samidha. It's dipped in the ghee. And with the first mantra, we'll put it in swaha. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nedhyasva Vardhasva Cheta Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varjaserana Tena Samedhaya Swaha Idam Agnaye Jatavedase Idam Namama Om Samidha Agnim Duvasya Tagrite Bodhayata Tithim Asmin Havya Juhotana Om Susamidhaya Shojishe Kritam Tivram Juhotana Agnaye Jatavedase Swaha Idam Agnaye Jatavedase Idam Namama Om Tantva Samidbhir Angero Gritena Vardhayam Asi Prihacho Chaya Vishtya Swaha Idam Agnaye Angirase Idam Namama. Grit Ahuti, 5 offerings of ghee. Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nedhyasva Vardhasva Cheta Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varjaserana Tena Samedhaya Swaha Idam Agnaye Jatavedase Idam Namama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nedhyasva Vardhasva Cheda Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varjaserana Tena Samedhaya Swaha Idam Agnaye Jatavedase Idam Namama Om Ayanta Idma Atma Jata Vedaste Nedhyasva Vardhasva Cheta Vardhaya Chasman Prajaya Pashubhir Brahma Varjaserana tena samedhaya swaha. Idam agnaye jatavedase idam namama. Om ayanta idma atma jatavedaste netyasva vardhasva cheta vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahma varjasena dena samedhaya swaha. Idam agnaye jatavedase idam namama. Om ayanta idma atma jatavedaste netyasva vardhasva cheta vardhaya chasman prajaya pashubhir brahma varjasena tena samedhaya swaha. Idam agnaye jatavedase idam namama. Jal sinchan. You'll take your water and sprinkle it outside the Havan Kund with the first mantra on the east, the second on the west, the third on the north, and then all around in a clockwise direction. Om aditenu manyasva. Om anumatenu manyasva. Om Saraswatya manyasva. Om Deva Savitaha Prasuvaya Japatim Bhagaya Devyo Gandharvaha Ketapu Ketannaha Punatu Vachaspatir Vachanaha Swadatu. Offerings of ghee. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye idam namama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya idam namama. Om Prajapataye Swaha. Idam Prajapataye idam namama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya idam namama. Om Bhur Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agnaye idam namama. Om Bhuvaravayave Swaha. Idam Vayave idam namama. Om Swar Adityaya Swaha. Idam Adityaya idam namama. Om Bhurbhuva Swaragni Vayava Adityabhyaha Swaha. Idam Agni Vayava Adityabhya idam namama. Swishtakrit Hom Ahuti. You all have prasad at your Havan Kunds. Please take a piece each. Om Yadasya Karmanotyarirecham Yadvanyunamihakaram Agnistat Swishtakrit Vidhyat Sarvam Swishtam Suhutam Karotu Me Agnaye Swishtakrite Suhuta Hote Sarva Prayaschita Hotinam Kamanam Samardhayitre Sarvanaha Kaman Samardhaya Swaha. Idam Agnaye Swishtakrite idam namama. Please offer a spoon of ghee. Om Swaha. idam prajapataye idam mama. You will all do an offering of samagri and ghee. We're doing 5 Swasti Vachana mantras and 5 Shanti Karana. And put in a little at a time. Om Agni Mire Purohitam Yajasya Devam Ritvijam Hotaram Ratnadhatamam Swaha. Om Sanaha Piteva Sunave Agni Supayano Bhava Sachaswanaha Swastaye Swaha. Om Swasti no Mimitam Ashwina Bhagaha Swasti Devya Aditir Anarvanaha Swasti Posha Asuro Dadhatunaha Swasti Dyava Prithivi Suchetuna Swaha. Om Swastaye Vayum Upabravamahe Somam Swasti Bhuvanasya Yaspatihi Brihaspatim Sarvaganam Swastaye Swastaya Aditya So Bhavantu Naha Swaha. Om Vishwe Devano Adya Swastaye Vaishwanaro Vasuragni Swastaye Deva Avan Vribhavaha Swastaye Swasti no Rudraha Patvam Hasaha Swaha. Shanti Karuna Mantras. Om Shanna Indra Agni Bhavatam Avobhihi Shanna Indra Varuna Ratahavya Shamindra Soma Suvitaya Shanyo Shanna Indra Pushana Vajasato Swaha. Om Shanno Bhagaha Shamunaha Shanso Astu Shannaha Purandhihi Shamusanturayaha Shannaha Satyasya Suyam Asya Shansaha Shanno Aryama Purujato Astu Swaha. Om Shanno Dhata Shamudhartano Astu Shanna Uruchi Bhavatu Swadhabhihi Shanrodasi Brihati Shanno Adrihi Shanno Devanam Suhavani Santu Swaha. Om Shanno Agnir Jyotir Aniko Astu Shanno Mitra Varunav Ashwinasham Shanno Sukritam Sukritani Santu Shanna Ishiro Abhivatu Vataha Swaha. Om Shanno Devir Abhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shanyor Abhisravantu Naha Swaha. Om Tatchakshur Devahitam Purastat Shukramucharat Pashyema Sharadaha Shatam Jivema Sharadaha Shatam Shrinuyama Sharadaha Shatam Prabravama Sharadaha Shatam Adinaha Syama Sharadaha Shatam भूयश्च शरदः शतात् स्वाहा. Pavamani mantras. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Agna Ayunshi Pavasa Asuvor Jamisham Chanaha Are Badhaswaduchunam Swaha. Idam Agnaye Pamanaya Idan Namama. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Agni Rishihi Pavamanaha Panchajanyaha Purohitaha Tamimahe Mahagayam Swaha. Idam Agnaye Pamanaya Idan Namama. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Agni Pavaswa Swapa Asme Vachaha Suviryam Dadhadrayim Mai Posham Swaha. Idam Agnaye Pamanaya Idan Namama. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Prajapate Natvadetanyanyo Vishwajatani Parita Babhuva Yatkam Aste Juhum Astano Astu Vayam Syama Patayorainam Swaha. Idam Prajapataye Idan Namama. Pratah Kala Mantra. Om Suryo Jyotir Jyoti Surya Swaha. Om Suryo Vacho Jyotir Vacha Swaha. Om Jyoti Surya Suryo Jyoti Swaha. Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajur Ushasendra Joshanaha Suryo Vetu Swaha. Om Agnir Jyotir Jyotir Agni Swaha. Om Agnir Varcho Jyotir Varcha Swaha. Om Swaha. Om Sajur Devena Savitra Sajuratrendra Joshano Agnirvetu Swaha. Om Bhur Agnaye Pranaya Swaha. Idam Agnaye Pranaya Idam Namama. Om Bhuvarvayave Apanaya Swaha. Idam Vayave Apanaya Idam Namama. Om Swar Adityaya Vyanaya Swaha. Idam Adityaya Vyanaya Idam Namama. Om Bhurabhuva Swaragni Vayava Adityabhyaha Prana Apana Vyanebhya Swaha. Idam Agni Vayava Adityabhyaha Prana Apana Vyanebhya Idam Namama. Om Apo Jyotiraso Amritam Brahma Bhurabhuva Swarom Swaha. Om पितरश्चोपासते तया मामध्या मेधया अग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा ॐ विश्वानि देवसवितर्दुरितानि परासुवा यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुवा स्वाहा ॐ अग्नेनय सुपथारा ये अस्मान् विश्वानि देवयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणम् एनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नम उक्तिं विधेम स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा. Your last ahutis. Om sarvam vay purnam swaha. Om sarvam vay purnam swaha. Om sarvam vay purnam swaha. Your ghee offering, your last ghee offering. Om vaso pavitramasi shatadharam vaso pavitramasi sahasradharam devasva savita punatu vaso pavitre nashatadharena supva kamadhukshaha. Thank you, Yajmans. This brings us to the end of our Havan.
Thank you, Panit Shannon, for conducting that Havan in the most absolute, beautiful and graceful manner. And just sitting here and listening to these ancient Vedic chants echoing through the marquee, it really creates such an electric atmosphere. I also want to acknowledge Swami Abhedanand ji from the Chinmaya Mission of South Africa and also a member of the Sannyas Council. Swamiji, Prem Namaste and Suswagatam to our function. We're now going to go into Pujaniya Prabhu and Aarti. Our musicians taking us into it is Veena Bhenji and Vishen Bhai.
पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए, छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए, वेद की बोले ऋचाए सत्य को धारण करे, शोक सागर से तरे अश्वमेधादिक रचावे यज्ञ पर उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चला कर लाभ दे संसार को नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज्ञादि हम करते रहे रोग पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहे भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की कामनाएं पूर्ण होवे यज्ञ से नर नार की लाभकारी हो हवन हर प्राणधारी के लिए वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो इतन ममता सार्थक प्रत्येक प्रेम रस में तृप्त होकर वंदना हम कर रहे नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे पूजनीय प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्ज्वल कीजिए छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु मानसिक बल दीजिए प्रभु मानसिक बल दीजिए जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे फल पावे दुख विनशे मन का स्वामी दुख विनशे मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहूँ किसकी स्वामी शरण कहूँ किसकी तुम बिना और न दूजा तुम बिना और न दूजा आस कर परमेश्वर परब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति जिस विध मिलो दया में जिस विध मिलो दया में ऐसी दो सुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ शरण पड़ा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट
Namaste. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. Namaste once again. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome. We are celebrating Swami Dayanand's 200th birthday. We have just had our Havan, and the Havan is one of the 10 positive virtues of Niyama that is prescribed to the devotee whose aspiration is to draw closer to the divine, ultimately acquiring oneness with him. It is also a way of performing Deva Yajna, one of man's 5 daily duties according to the principles of Sanatana Dharma. It's an age-old Hindu tradition which which is the offering of ghee, sugar and other various samagris are offered into the sacred fire with the accompaniment of Sanskrit mantras.
हम आज एक ऋषिराज की पावन कथा सुनाते हैं, पावन कथा सुनाते हैं। आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। हम एक अमर इतिहास के कुछ पन्ने पलटाते हैं। आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं।
ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम, धर्म धुरंधर मुनिवर को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम।
भारत के प्रांत गुजरात में एक गांव है टंकारा। उस गांव के ब्राह्मण कुल में जन्मा एक बालक प्यारा। बालक के पिता थे करसन जी, माँ थी अमृत बाई। उस दंपति से हम सब ने एक अनमोल निधि पाई। हम टंकारा की पुण्य भूमि को शीश झुकाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
फिर नामकरण की विधि हुई एक दिन करसन जी के घर। अमृत बा का प्यारा बेटा बन गया मूल शंकर। 5वें बरस में स्वयं पिता ने अक्षर ज्ञान दिया। 8वें बरस में कुल गुरु ने उपवीत प्रदान किया। इस तरह मूल जी जीवन पथ पर चरण बढ़ाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
जब लगा 14वां साल तो एक दिन शिवरात्रि आई। उस रात की घटना से कुमार की बुद्धि चकराई। जिस घड़ी चढ़े शिव के सिर पर चूहे चोरी चोरी, मूल जी ने समझी तुरंत मूर्ति पूजा की कमजोरी। हर महापुरुष के लक्षण बचपन में दिख जाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
फिर एक दिन माँ से पुत्र बोला, माँ दुनिया है फानी, मैं मुक्ति खोजने जाऊंगा, फानी है ये जिंदगानी। चुपचाप सुन रहे थे बेटे की बात पिता ज्ञानी। जल्दी से उन्होंने उसका ब्याह कर देने की ठानी। इस भांति ब्याह की तैयारी करसन जी कराते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
शादी की बात को सुन के युवक में क्रांति भाव जागे। वो गुपचुप एक सुनसान रात में घर से निकल भागे। तेजी से मूल जी में आए कुछ परिवर्तन भारी। दीक्षा लेकर वो बने शुद्ध चैतन्य ब्रह्मचारी। हम कभी कभी भगवान की लीला समझ न पाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
फिर जगह जगह पर घूम युवक ने योगाभ्यास किया। कुछ काल बाद पूर्णानंद ने उनको सन्यास दिया। जिस दिवस शुद्ध चैतन्य यहाँ सन्यासी पद पाए, वो स्वामी दयानंद सरस्वती उस दिन से कहलाए। हम जग प्रसिद्ध इस नाम पे अपना हृदय लुटाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
संन्यास बाद स्वामी जी ने की घोर तपश्चर्या, सच्चे सद्गुरु की तलाश यही थी उनकी दिनचर्या। गुजरात से पहुँचे विंध्याचल, फिर काटा पंथ बड़ा, फिर पार करके हरिद्वार हिमालय का रास्ता पकड़ा। अब स्वामी जी के सफर की हम कुछ झलक दिखाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
तीर्थों में गए, मेलों में गए, वो गए पहाड़ों में। जंगल में गए, झाड़ी में गए, वो गए अखाड़ों में। हर एक तपोवन तपस्थली में योगी राज ठहरे, पर हर मुकाम पर मिले उन्हें कुछ भेद भरे चेहरे। साधु से मिले, संतों से मिले, वृद्धों से मिले स्वामी। जोगी से मिले, जतियों से मिले, सिद्धों से मिले स्वामी। त्यागी से मिले, तपसी से मिले, वो मिले अखड़ों से। ज्ञानी से मिले, ध्यानी से मिले, वो मिले फक्कड़ों से। पर कोई जादू कर न सका मन पर स्वामी जी के। सब ऊंची दुकानों के उन्हें पकवान लगे फीके। योगी का कलेजा टूट गया, वो बहुत हताश हुए। कोई सद्गुरु न मिला, इससे वो बहुत निराश हुए। आँखों से छलकते आंसू स्वामी रोक न पाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
इतने में अचानक अंधकार में प्रगटा उजियारा। प्रज्ञा चक्षु का पता मिला एक वृद्ध संत द्वारा। मथुरा में रहते थे एक सद्गुरु विरजानंद नामी। उनसे मिलने तत्काल चल पड़े दयानंद स्वामी। आखिर एक दिन मथुरा पहुँचे तेजस्वी सन्यासी। गुरु के दर्शन से निहाल हुई उनकी आंखें प्यासी। गुरु के अंतर चक्षु ने पात्र को झट पहचान लिया। उसकी प्रतिभा को पहले ही परिचय में जान लिया। सद्गुरु की अनुमति मांग दयानंद उनके शिष्य बने। आगे चल करके यही शिष्य भारत के भविष्य बने। गुरु आश्रम में स्वामी जी ने जमकर अभ्यास किया। हर विद्या में पारंगत बन आत्मा का विकास किया। जो कर्मठ होते हैं वो मंजिल पा ही जाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
कृपा से एक दिन योगी राज वामन से विराट बने। वो गूढ़ ज्ञान की दुनिया के अनुपम सम्राट बने। सब छात्रों में थे अपने दयानंद बड़े बुद्धिशाली। सारी शिक्षा बस 3 वर्ष में पूरी कर डाली। जब शिक्षा पूर्ण हुई तो गुरु दक्षिणा के क्षण आए। मुट्ठी भर लौंग स्वामी जी गुरु की भेंट हेतु लाए। जो लौंग दयानंद लाए थे श्रद्धा से चाव से, वो लौंग लिए गुरु जी ने बड़े ही उदास भाव से। स्वामी ने गुरु से विदा मांगी, जब आई विदा घड़ी तब अंध गुरु की आंख में गंगा जमुना उमड़ पड़ी। वो दृश्य देख कर हुई बड़ी स्वामी को हैरानी, पर इतने में ही गुरु के मुख से निकल पड़ी बानी। जो वाणी गुरुमुख से निकली वो हम दोहराते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
गुरु बोले सुनो दयानंद, मैं निज हृदय खोलता हूँ। जिस बात ने मुझे रुलाया है वो बात बोलता हूँ। इन दिनों बड़ी दयनीय दशा है अपने भारत की। हिल गई है सारी बुनियादें इस भव्य इमारत की। पिस रही है जनता पाखंडों की भीषण चक्की में। आपस की फूट बनी है बाधा अपनी तरक्की में। है कुरीतियों की कारा में सारा समाज बंदी। संस्कृति के रक्षक बने हैं भक्षक, हुए हैं स्वच्छंदी। कर दिया है गंदा धर्म सरोवर मोटे मगरों ने। जर्जरित जाति को जकड़ा है बदमाश अजगरों ने। भक्ति है फंसी मक्कारों के मजबूत सिकंजों में। आर्यों की सभ्यता रोती है पापियों के पंजों में। गुरु की वाणी सुनकर स्वामी व्याकुल हो जाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
गुरु फिर बोले ईश्वर बिकता अब खुले बाजारों में। आया है भयंकर परिवर्तन आचार विचारों में। हर चबूतरे पर बैठी है बंठन कर चालाकी। उस ठगनी ने है सबको ठगा, कोई न बचा बाकी। बीमार है सारा देश, चल रही है प्रतिकूल हवा। कोई ऐसा जो इसकी करे दवा। हे दयानंद इस दुखी देश का तुम उद्धार करो। मझधार में है बेड़ा बेटा, तुम बेड़ा पार करो। एक अंध गुरु की यही है इच्छा, इस पर ध्यान धरो। भारत के लिए तुम अपना सारा जीवन दान करो। संकट में है अपनी जन्मभूमि, तुम जाओ करो रक्षा। जाओ बेटे भारत के भाग्य का तुम बदलो नक्शा। स्वामी जी गुरु की चरण धूल माथे पे लगाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
गुरु की आज्ञा अनुसार इस तरह अपने ब्रह्मचारी करने को देश उद्धार चल पड़े बन के क्रांतिकारी। कर दिया शुरू स्वामी जी ने एक धुआंधार दौरा, हर नगर गांव के सभी कुंभकर्णों को झकझोरा। दिन रात ऋषि ने घूम घूम कर अपना वतन देखा। जब अपना वतन देखा तो हर तरफ घोर पतन देखा। मंदिरों पे कब्जा कर लिया था मिट्टी के खिलौनों ने, बदनाम किया था भक्ति को बदनीयत बोनों ने। रमणियां उतारा करती थी आरती महंतों की, वो दृश्य देखती रहती थी टोली श्रीमंतों की। छिप छिप कर लंपट करते थे पर्दे में प्रेम लीला, सारे समाज के जीवन का ढांचा था हुआ ढीला। यह देख ऋषि संपूर्ण क्रांति का बिगुल बजाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम। धर्म धुरंधर मुनिवर को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम।
क्रांति का करके ऐलान ऋषि मैदान में कूद पड़े। उनके तेवर को देख हो गए सबके कान खड़े। एक हाथ में था झंडा उनके, एक हाथ में थी लाठी। वो चले बनाने हर हिंदू को फिर से वेद पाठी। हरिद्वार में कुंभ का मेला था ऐसा अवसर पाकर, पाखंड खंडिनी ध्वजा गाड़ दी ऋषि ने वहां जाकर। फिर लगे घुमाने सन्यासी जी खंडन का खांडा, कितनी ही गुप्त बातों का उन्होंने फोड़ दिया भांडा। धज्जियां उड़ा दी स्वामी ने सब झूठे ग्रंथों की, बखिया उधेड़ कर रख दी सारे मिथ्या पंथों की। ऋषिवर ने तर्क तराजू पर सब धर्म ग्रंथ तोले, वेदों की तुलना में निकले वो सभी ग्रंथ पोले। वेदों की महत्ता स्वामी जी सबको समझाते हैं।
आनंद कंद ऋषि दयानंद की गाथा गाते हैं, हम कथा सुनाते हैं। ऋषिवर को लाख प्रणाम, गुरुवर को लाख प्रणाम।
चलती थी हुकूमत हर तीर्थ में लोभी पंडों की। स्वामी ने पोल खोली उनके सारे हथकंडों की। आए करने ऋषि का विरोध गुंडे हट्टे कट्टे, पर अपने वज्र पुरुष ने कर दिए उनके
उठ जाग मुसाफिर, भोर भई अब रैन कहाँ जो सोवत है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर, भोर भई अब रैन कहाँ जो सोवत है। जो जागत है सो पावत है, जो सोवत है सो खोवत है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर, भोर भई चुक नींद से अखियन खोल जरा, और अपने प्रभु से ध्यान लगे। चुक नींद से अखियाँ खोल जरा, और अपने प्रभु से ध्यान लगा। यह प्रीत करन की रीत नहीं, प्रभु जागत है तू सोवत है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर, भोर भई अब रैन कहाँ तू सोवत है। जो कल करना है आज कर ले, जो आज करना है अब कर ले। जो कल करना है आज कर ले, जो आज करना है अब कर ले। जब चिड़ियों ने चुग खेत लिया, फिर पछताए क्या होवत है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर, भोर भई अब रैन कहाँ जो सोवत है। नादान भुगत करनी अपनी, ए पापी पाप में चैन कहाँ। नादान भुगत करनी अपनी, ए पापी पाप में चैन कहाँ। जब पाप की गठरी शीस धरी, फिर शीस पकड़ क्यों रोवत है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर, भोर भई अब रैन कहाँ जो सोवत है। जो जागत है सो पावत है, जो सोवत है वो खोवत है। जो सोवत है सो खोवत है, जो सोवत है सो खोवत है।
Thank you, and I think we need to give our devotee a very special round of applause. He is none other than our very own Zakir Hussain in South Africa, and you do know Zakir received 3 Grammy Awards. He is next in line. So all the bhajans we are playing for you now are totally impromptu because we've been requested by people who are very dear to my heart to do this. So if agar sur hil gaya to maaf kijiye. Taubi. So this one everybody knows, and after this we are going to be doing the chant of the Gayatri Mantra that will lead you to the next part of your program. So everyone knows this, Tum hi ho mata pita tum hi ho, and we've got to give thanks to Lata Mangeshkar for popularizing this song.
तुम ही हो माता पिता तुम ही हो बंधु सखा तुम ही हो माता पिता तुम ही हो बंधु सखा तुम ही तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः
Thank you, Veena-ji and Vishen Bhai. I'm now going to call upon Dr. Rambilas, who's going to give the audience some insight into some of the work of the Arya Samaj as well as our standing committees. Dr. Rambilas needs no introduction to the family of the Samaj, but fondly known as Dr. B.
Namaste, and thank you very much for being part of this program today. As mentioned, I think the vibe has been wonderful, and it's a good meeting. These functions also become a good excuse for us to interact and say hello to each other. Otherwise, we just don't nowadays take the trouble, to go and visit. And after COVID, life has changed so much. So it's a real pleasure being together with people. Today, when we celebrate Swamiji, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, especially when we speak about the diaspora and when we left India, those who are indentured stock, when we left India, there were two things. One was our people were poor, and they were not, you must remember, they were not just poor because suddenly they chose to be poor or things happened such. It was British imperial policy that the people, especially in provinces like of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the cotton, planting, harvesting the cotton, the leather industry and all of that, with the number of cattle in India, is the highest. So it is only natural also the tanning industry was a very prosperous one. And all of this, remember, it was part of British imperial policy that they used to take the raw materials away to Britain. And they also had the mills in Lancaster and Worcester and all these places. And they used to take the cotton from India, weave them into wonderful fabric, bring it back again to India and sell it at a very exorbitant price. This was the practice. And so the poverty that we speak about, a large hand, the British had, in it, and all the colonial powers that ruled. So in those times when our people did leave the shores and settle abroad, we then began to celebrate things like Muharram and Easter, because Easter also coincided with our Mariamman prayers. And of course, Easter is a celebration of fertility, and if you look at it, it's a pagan worship. And it only makes sense if you go back and study it, that the Mariamman prayers would coincide with the Easter celebrations. With all that, our people came down, and remember, quite a few of the people that were loaded onto the ships were the ones in India who were troublesome, who were agitating. And they were also shoved onto the ships and got rid of because they were troublemakers, you see. So this is the kind of a mix that we've had. And therefore, when our people came down, from the very inception, they got involved in the struggle. Because Bihari Babu was a Ladaku Babu. You see? So when it came out, it is not surprising then that they got involved in the struggle in South Africa. And therefore, it often, none other than Nelson Mandela and other leaders said that although the Indians were in the minority, but when it came to the political struggle, they were always in the forefront. So it is, therefore, when the Arya Samaj came down, it was part of the manifesto of the Arya Samaj, the teaching of Hindi, building of temples, building of schools. You trace and look at the number of schools. Every time I'm looking at Bhaiji Potchefstroom, if you look at every area, wherever our people settled, they were empowered. Our Bahenjis taught Hindi. Our ladies were in the forefront. Schools were started. Well, you know of the Aryan Benevolent Home again. The story of the Aryan Benevolent Home, I know people say you say the story so often, but I can't help but mention to you that it started when somebody was trying to sleep in a toilet overnight in town. And that person was being beaten and chased out of the toilet. And Satyadevji saw it, and that saw the birth. The very next day, he met with the AYS, and the ABH was created. Like that, also Ram Bharosa's story is another story, Well, that is after the Aryan Benevolent Home was built. And there you are, one day, Ishwar Singh. Ishwar Singh saw this incident, and Shishupal Ram Bharos, who was a child then, was pulling a wheelbarrow, and in that wheelbarrow was his father. He was sick, very sick, and another worker was pushing that wheelbarrow, and Ram Bharos was pulling it, and of course they took him to the doctors, and he passed away. And then, Ram Bharosji was a child then, his mum and his brother, they were all taken to the home. Ishwar Singh arranged for them to be kept to live at the homes, and there his mother and brother passed away not long after, and he grew up as an orphan, and look at it. His name Shishupal. He ended up, Shishu means child, Pal means to nurture or look after. So he ended up looking after the children at the home. So really living up to the name of Shishupal. Well, so the Arya Samaj in South Africa was immediately concerned with serving our people. In more recent times, if you look, there is a banner there, and I'm looking at it as I speak to you. Project Tripti, we've really done a lot of work. Besides building schools, the Divine Life, the schools, the Hare Krishna's feeding schemes, the Ramakrishna clinics that are run, the number of projects that our people have run to make sure that we care for our fellow beings in South Africa. Project Tripti was boreholes, and we've done about 10 boreholes. Really out there in the rural areas. We traveled, right out into these rural areas and had these boreholes, sunk there so that people could have. Project Sharir was at one time, we banded together with Manav Seva Group, and of course those things didn't go too well, and that project hasn't taken off too well. But we always got prosthetic limbs free of charge for those who needed it. Now, then we feeding schemes, people even up to this day, at the Narayan Jivan Vedic Center, through the Narayan Jivan, Swami Maitreyi, Swami Ji as well running the heel, we are feeding thousands of people on a daily basis. So that, and then disaster relief, we always, whenever there's been, we've always, a time in India, besides providing machines here, oxygenators, we sent to India at least about 10 or so oxygenators. And thanks, of course, to the funding that we got from all of you. Then Ved Niketan, Panditji started elementary basic teachings of Hinduism, Shastra Navnitam, and all those books. To this day, we're keeping alive the work of the Ved Niketan. And at one time, we used to get thousands of students that wrote the Ved Niketan exam. And we're trying to keep those numbers going still. Narayan Jivan Vedic Center people today, right in the heart of an informal settlement, which serves over 30,000 people. There's, together with the municipality, there's a primary health care clinic that's run there, and the feeding schemes. We're thankful to the Sai Baba group. The doctors come in and they render voluntary services and the people that are taken care of in terms of the primary healthcare needs. And the self-empowerment campaigns is a project that our ladies in the Samaj have embarked on. And they are doing lots of work, getting out sewing, getting sewing machines out, doing things, empowering our people, teaching the women in particular skills so that they can become entrepreneurs and contribute to the economy of the country. These are the projects that the Samaj is running, and to this day we still have got classes. Our School of Vedic Studies is quite popular, people. We have submitted the syllabuses that we have, and when those are passed and they're going through the process, even India has adopted our program for the training of priests. This, because we've got a very structured program, and they're very appreciative of it. So even India is going to be adopting our modules and following the program that we have laid out for the School of Vedic Studies. People, with that, once again, thank you very much and for joining us. Hope you enjoy the rest of the program together with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. G. And to all our family here today, Pirse, Meri Prem Namaste, Arsu Swagatam, and a special welcome to our family in Pietermaritzburg and Johannesburg who are live streaming and making this program a part of their program as part of the 200-year celebration. Welcome to you too. And a special welcome to our online audience. This program is also being flighted on YouTube and Facebook, online throughout the world. So to whoever is joining in, thank you for your time as well. It is said that holy souls never leave this world, and this is because their teachings remain eternal. And Maharishi Swami Dayanand Ji was just that soul who has given 150 years of the Arya Samaj to this world. Swamiji's ideal was Krinvanto Vishwam Aryam, to make the whole world noble. It is a short phrase, but it is so impactful and timeless, to make the whole world better through our ideas, our communications. And this is the baton that he has passed on to us. And this is why his 200th birth anniversary is not just a celebration of his life. It is actually a call to courage and tenacity and resilience, because we know that the world that we live in is full of challenges and prejudice and hate. And Pujya Swamiji, as he was known then, he was vilified and he was eventually assassinated for his beliefs, his teachings, and his reforms. And his message is that in the face of adversity, that rebel spirit calls onto us to be the torchbearers of every generation, to balance out the world from its harshness, to balance the good and the evil, and the justice and the injustice. And that is why we are here today. One of Pujya Swamiji's life purposes was the empowerment of women. Today, as the Samaj, we stand proud that women are taking the lead in key positions in our organization. We are proud of the many female priests that we have who are out there in the community providing vital services. We are immensely proud of Swami Maitri in the NJVC, doing such astounding work, living alone in that particular area. And we owe this to the Mool Shankar Tiwari, born in a small village in Gujarat 200 years ago. That Mool Shankar who became the dynamic and fearless Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati. It is therefore now my pleasure to introduce Pandit Arti Shannon, our president of the Arya Samaj, to present the formal welcome to all of you.
Pujya Swami Dayanand Ji, Pujya Swami Maitri Ji, and I was going to say Pujya Swami Jis, but I see they're not around. the High Commissioner of India in South Africa, Shri Pratap Kumar, His Excellency the High Commissioner of India in Mauritius, Shri Vijay Lachman, the Honorable Dr. Ansuya Oligara of the Vivekananda Cultural Center, members of our sister organizations present, and distinguished guests, my prem namaste to one and all of you. Today I stand here filled with joy as we all get together to celebrate this very important person in all our lives, not only in the lives of the Arya Samaj, but in the life of every human being, because what he preached and taught was for all mankind. It is my singular honor to welcome you to our first in a series of celebrations and events to commemorate the 200th birth anniversary of Maharshi Dayanand Saraswati, the founder of the Arya Samaj movement and an exponent on the translations and commentaries on the Vedas. Pandit Nardev Vedalankar, in the preface to one of his tracts on Swami Dayanand, had this to say, and I quote, "A true leader is he who endeavors to improve the lot of his people in all walks of life, not in one or two only, in the long history of mankind." 3 leaders of India possessed this qualification. They were Sri Krishna of the Mahabharata, Swami Dayanand, and Mahatma Gandhi. Although Swamiji was essentially a religious leader, his efforts in other fields of life created an upheaval, the like of which had not been experienced for over 1,000 years. It was the upheaval which awoke the people and made them conscious of all they had lost in slumber. Sri Krishna laid the foundation, Swami Dayanand built on it, and Mahatma Gandhi endeavored to maintain the dignity of the edifice. I close quote. It all began with the young Mool Shankar leaving home in search of the truth and God. When India was in a state of decadence after the Mahabharata war, and foreign invasion was a huge threat, it was the might of the heroes like Chandragupta Maurya, Prithviraj Chauhan, Rana Pratap, Chhatrapati Shivaji, and a host of other heroes who salvaged the prestige of India. Then there were those men of God in the field of religion and culture who also brought about sanity with their vast resources of knowledge and calm temperaments. One of these was Swami Dayanand Saraswati, who, as his Guru Dakshina to his Guru Virjanand, promised to go out into the world and preach the truth about God and his revelation to mankind, the Vedas. The influence of Swami Dayanand and the Arya Samaj in South Africa. During the time of colonialism, Indians had reached the shores of far-off lands as indentured laborers. South Africa was one of such countries. Upon arrival on the shores of South Africa from 1860 to 1912, Indian indentured laborers were at the mercy of the white settlers of the British government, the Dutch settlers known as the Afrikaners, and the indigenous African communities who were dispossessed of their land. From 1912 onwards, with the formation of a body to represent Hindus in South Africa, established by the Arya Samajas Swami Shankaranandji, the Girmitya tag fell away as freed Indian laborers chose to settle in South Africa. Life under indenture was hard, with women often being on the receiving end. Indentured life had resistors and collaborators. It had class fighters and caste defenders. This resulted in the degeneration of the social and moral status. With no proper place of worship that they were so accustomed to in the land of their birth, they had begun to cease religious observances and turned to other religions. There was an urgent need to restore their faith and religious beliefs and to stop the conversions that were taking place. Some 45 years later, in the early 1900s, saw the arrival of the first missionaries from India, Professor Bhai Parmanand and Swami Shankaranandji. They were instrumental in establishing the various Hindu young men's associations, the Ved Dharam Sabhas, and the founding of the South African Hindu Mahasabha. One South African leader who was an ardent follower of Swami Dayanand was Pandit Bhavani Dayal, a South African by birth, later initiated into the order of sannyas. He was not only actively involved with Gandhiji's Satyagraha struggle, accompanied by his wife, Jagrani Devi, but was equally involved with the propagation of Hindi. At the birth centenary celebrations of Rishi Dayanand in February 1925, which heralded the inception of the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha of South Africa, Swami Bhavani Dayal accepted the position of the first president of the organization. The Arya Pratinidhi Sabha of South Africa served as a central organization that coordinated the work of the various bodies that had sprung up after the visit of the missionaries. The Arya Pratinidhi Sabha South Africa took root when the members of the Arya Yuvak Sabha called for the establishment of a central body. The Arya Yuvak Sabha, as you know, is another organization that was established when Swami Shankaranandji visited. It was through the three founding members or founding fathers of the Arya Yuvak Sabha that the Aryan Benevolent Home took birth. This task fulfilled the obligation of the 7th and 9th principles of the Arya Samaj, which calls for social justice. Today, the Aryan Benevolent Home is the flagship of the Arya Yuvak Sabha and is recognized and appreciated globally. We salute the founding fathers, Mr. D.G. Satyadev, Pandit Naina Raj, and Mr. S.L. Singh. And in current times, the leaders who took over from them, Bhai Ram Barosji and Naren Bhai Patundin. When Pandit Nardev Vedalankar arrived in South Africa as a Gujarati teacher, he saw the need to promote and propagate the Hindi language. Panditji called for a separate body to be formed to attend to all matters pertaining to Hindi. In his wisdom, Panditji established the Hindi Siksha Sangh of South Africa in 1948. Today, the Sangh is 75 years old, with everything digital, and is currently reaching out to students digitally so that even the working class can access the online portals to study their favorite language. Ladies and gentlemen, this in brief is what the Arya Samaj has brought to South Africa in the name of spirituality, language, and culture. The Arya Samaj currently is successfully conducting classes on Hinduism, the 16 sanskars, and the training of priests under the auspices of the Ved Niketan, another brainchild of Pandit Nardev Vedalankar, and the Vedic Purohit Mandal, which oversees the teaching of sanskars by our erudite scholar, Dr. Bisram Rambilas, and also the senior tutors of the class. In fulfilling our social obligations, we have the Arya Samaj Women's Forum, who empower women through skills development, career guidance, and also teaching them financial independence. The Narayan Jivan Vedic Center, based in Kenville and surrounded by the informal settlement, renders yeoman service to the residents in the area. Swami Maitriji and the committee of the Narayan Jivan Vedic Center facilitate workshops and on healthcare, family guidance, social equity, and skills development. The HEAL Foundation, HEAL, which stands for the Humanitarian, Environmental, and Animal Liberation Wing of the Arya Samaj, fulfills the sixth principle of the Arya Samaj, which states, the prime object of the Arya Samaj is to do good to the world, that is, to promote the physical, spiritual, and social good of every sentient being. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the impact of Swami Dayanand's teachings on our lives and the work carried out by us here in South Africa. I once again extend a very, very warm welcome to our function this morning, and I hope you all stay till the end. Thank you, and namaste.
Dhanyavad Panditji for that very insightful and gracious welcome. One of the grounding values of our dharma is Atiti Devo Bhava. The guest is God, so we hope that you do enjoy our time with us today. A very special welcome as well, namaste and swagatam to Swami Atma Ramananda ji from the Sannyas Council as well as from the Ramakrishna Center of South Africa. Shama Swamiji and swagatam. As we settle into our formal program, I now invite once again the ever delightful Veena-ji and Vishen Bhai to continue with their creative, powerful musical aura.
लगाओ रे उदय हुआ जन्म अमोलक है ये, वृथा न इसको गवाओ रे। कर लो नाम हरि का सुमिरन, अंत को नाम पछताओ रे। शरण प्रभु की आओ रे, यही समय है प्यारे। धन्य दया में सबको जो पाले, मत उसको बिसराओ रे। छोटे बड़े सब मिलकर खुशी से गुण ईश्वर के गाओ रे। शरण प्रभु की आओ रे, शरण प्रभु की आओ रे। यही समय है प्यारे। शरण प्रभु की आओ रे, शरण प्रभु की आओ रे। शरण प्रभु की आओ रे, शरण प्रभु की आओ रे। यही समय है प्यारे। शरण प्रभु की आओ रे, शरण प्रभु की आओ रे। शरण प्रभु की आओ रे।
Thank you, Vinaji and Vishen Bhai. I was recently reflecting on a quote by Maharshi ji, and he said, "My sayings are like a bitter medicine, which, although brings discomfort, but they are good for everyone. Whatever the present day people says about me, but the coming generations will definitely learn and consider my teachings." And I thought that this was so profound and insightful of him, because we are those coming generations that he spoke about. His death was unfortunately an untimely loss to the world, but that fearless and reformist thinking has been built into the DNA of the Samaj, and this robustness is what the Samaj is admired and valued for. So we have pre-recorded messages of goodwill. We are grateful for the family and friends of the Samaj who have shared their wonderful sentiments to us. And right now we are going to be going to pre-recorded messages from Puja Swami Arya Veshji from Sarvadeshik Arya Pratinidhi Sabha in India, Mr. Ashwin Trikamji from the South African Hindu Mahasabha, Mr. Raj Dhanlal from the Hindi Shiksha Sangh, and Puja Swami Shada Prabhananji from the Ramakrishna Center.
My dear sisters and brothers, the second birth centenary of Swami Dayanand Saraswati is celebrated worldwide enthusiastically. Swami Dayanand was a great crusader against all social evils, inequalities, injustice, dogmatism in social, political and religious fields. He did not accept any type of discrimination on the grounds of caste, creed, color, gender and economic disparity. Swami Dayanand said that society is a living challenge. There are challenges after challenges, but question is whether we should respond to the challenges or not. He called upon the general masses and gave a slogan back to the Vedas. He declared that Vedas are the oldest source of knowledge given by God for humanity as a whole. There is no narrow-mindedness in Vedas. Vedas are for whole world. Swami Dayanand was born in a small town, Tankara of Morvi state, Gujarat of India. His father's name was Karshanji Lalji Tiwari. His childhood name was Mool Shankar, and after being sannyasi, his name was Dayanand. Swami Dayanand completed Sanskrit grammar, Ashtadhyayi, Mahabhashya and Nirukta under the guidance of Swami Birjanand Saraswati. He did debates with different faith leaders and scholars on the subject of God, real religion and other burning issues and defeated them. Swamiji was a great warrior who challenged exploitation and atrocities towards women, downtrodden people, Dalits, untouchables and all type of injustice and inequalities. When we are celebrating 200th birth anniversary of Swami Dayanand in whole of the world, it is our duty to send the message, principle of Vedas and activities and achievements of Arya Samaj up to general masses. In South Africa, as I know that our Arya Samaj organization and Arya Samaj people have dedicated themselves for the upliftment of the population, the citizens of South Africa and whole of the country. So we should approach the people that Swami Dayanand was a great social reformer and he founded the Arya Samaj to upliftment of the whole of the world. He was a great revolutionary. We should remember him, and this is the right way to give homage, to pay homage towards Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Thank you and namaste to all listeners. Dhanyavad.
The Arya Samaj movement has a very, very special and dear place in the hearts of the South African Hindu Mahasabha. In 1912, when Swami Shankaranandaji, who arrived here with the intention of forming the Arya Samaj, realized that the Hindu organizations had been, had no real leadership. He decided that no, the Hindus needed an organization to represent its voice in the growing South African society. So in 1912, he was responsible for getting all Hindu organizations together at a conference, and that conference resulted in the formation of the South African Hindu Mahasabha in 1912. 1912 is a very significant year in the history of South African society because the African National Congress was also formed in January 1912. So the Hindu Mahasabha and the South African National Congress share the same year of birth, as it were. In 1926, the Arya Samaj of South Africa was formed. One cannot remove the most important principle that governed the formation of the Arya Samaj. Hindus throughout the world are fully aware that it's the Vedas which are the source of Hindu Dharma. It was the Vedas that were revealed to all the rishis during their times of meditation, and of course when they came out of their meditation, they then revealed the Vedas to the entire world. One of the other features of the Arya Samaj movement, it's a very important one, and that is they're constantly addressing the challenges that society faces in various forms. Any kind of a reformation process that is required for Hindus, the Arya Samaj movement is leading in that kind of reformation. They not only deal with just Hindu Dharma in its pure form, but also across the various facets of society. And scholars from the Arya Samaj movement, I mean, how can we forget the role that Swami Agnivesh, in 2 stints that he arrived here, introduced the kind of reformation and the kind of approach that Hindu Dharma should take in ensuring that the masses not only understand Hindu Dharma, but realize that Hindu Dharma is very much a part and parcel of our daily lives. So on behalf of the officials, members, affiliates, and every one of us at the South African Hindu Mahasabha, we join everybody else in the world in just congratulating the Arya Samaj movement on these 200 years. May these 200 years serve as a platform for another 200 years to come.
It is with great honor that I have the opportunity to say a few words on this fantastic celebration of 200 years of Maharshi Saraswati Dayanand. The Arya Samaj of South Africa was one of the founding members of the Hindi Shiksha Sangh just under 76 years ago. The vision that they had then was to get people to learn the language, and through language be able to communicate and spread the love, joy, and what is more important, our Sanatan Dharam. And true to form, the leaders and the people of the Arya Samaj of South Africa in 1948 took up the call to live the Sanatan Dharam. Today, we enjoy the fruit of that labor that came forward to bring about this brotherly love, as we do not divide, but bring people together through the love of language. It is well known that if you want to bring a grouping of people or a nation to their knees, strip them of all that identifies with them. But the key to it, or the glue that holds it all, is the language. You see, through language, we have the ability to live the rituals and all the aspects of life that are intertwined around that language, the cultural aspects that bring the community together. Today, we see the value of being able to speak Hindi, not just from a cultural perspective or a religious perspective, to be able to go back to our scripture. So on this occasion of the 200th anniversary of Swami Dayanand, I wish all the best, and here's to another 200 years of living his values. Prem Namaste.
My humble greetings to all the devotees of the Lord. Namaste. This year, Hindus in general and the Arya Samajas in particular will be commemorating the 200th birth anniversary of Swami Dayanand Saraswati, the illustrious founder of the Arya Samaj. Its history over 2 centuries is a rich legacy that we have before us, both for inspiration and guidance into the future. Today, we recall how Swami Dayanand, moving with missionary vitality, crossed over most parts of northern India, where he performed the twofold task of imparting to the masses the strength-giving and enlightening message of the Vedas, and at the same time dispelling superstitions and ignorance, religious malpractices and confusion. Swami Dayanand was, amongst his many accomplishments, an institution builder. He molded this organization from 1875 onwards to be the great instrument to serve Hinduism, India, and importantly, to quote the revised Arya Samaj doctrine of 1877 in Lahore of undivided India, and I quote, "The primary objective of the Samaj is to do good to the whole world by bettering the physical, spiritual, and social conditions of humanity." Furthermore, in emphasizing the objectives of the Samaj, one of its leading ideologues, Lala Lajpat Rai, stated in his work, The Arya Samaj, and I quote his words, "Hinduism created the Arya Samaj. The Samaj is a champion of Hinduism. The members of the Samaj have no hesitation and will never have any in staking everything they possess in defense of the Hindu community." Unquote. As we celebrate the bicentennial year of Swami Dayanand's birth, let us recall the values and objectives that he stood for. Added to this, the Arya Samaj, particularly in South Africa, is well known for its Seva projects. One of the highlights of its Seva mission is the joyful smile of satisfaction it had put on the face of once tortured individuals and suffering humanity. Today, I join you all in prayers and paying tribute to Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Alone. And these are all, you are all our companions whom we journey forward with to make the world a better place. And now we're going to move on to the next item on our program. Storytelling is a very important way of sharing the culture, the history, and the values that hold us together. I sometimes think that if we feel lost, then we are not hearing enough stories of faith, of resilience, of love, of anything that can inspire us. I read a quote recently that was written for the South African Indian from an indentured past. Our ancestors did not come so far for us to fail. We have not and we will not. So the Arya Samaj shares a rich history, a diverse history over its span of 100 years in South Africa. We are now going to tell our story with the video presentation produced by Mr. Sudha Singh of the African Lotus Productions.
The Arya Samaj movement was founded by a great reformer of 19th century India, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, in April 1875. Arya means noble and Samaj means an association. So Arya Samaj means an association of noble people. The Arya Samaj movement was founded primarily to lift Hinduism out of its slumber, social decay and subjugation, especially since the Mughal and British invasions, and restore the religion of the ancient Vedas to its former pristine glory. But the Reformation that began in India soon grew beyond its borders. With the advent of indenture, impoverished Indians were soon taken as labourers to other areas of the British colony, and so Hinduism spread to Mauritius, Trinidad, British Guiana, Fiji, and South Africa. The indentured labourers came from the lowest socio-economic rungs and were not scholars of Indian culture. Their primary concern was earning a livelihood. Separated from linguistic, cultural, and religious roots in India, Hindu culture was thus left to grow on very impoverished resources. But as Hindu society in South Africa was slowly losing its identity, the Arya Samaj movement in India was flourishing, and its swamis and preachers began to visit countries abroad where Indians had settled, especially in South Africa. The visits have played an indelible role in the practice of Hinduism and helped foster the growth Hindu thought. The Vedic philosophy expounded by Swami Dayanand Saraswati made a tremendous impact on the early settlers in South Africa. The Arya Samaj, with its total opposition to discrimination based on caste, gender, race, and economic circumstance, has had a great appeal. "45 years after the arrival of the indentured Indians, the first Hindu scholar to come to South Africa was Bhai Parmanand. He started the Hindu reform movement and established in various areas Hindu young men's associations. Thereafter, in 1908, Swami Shankarananda Maharaj was welcomed by a large group of enthusiastic people at the Durban harbour. He delivered talks on Hindu culture, religion, ceremonies, the importance of the vernacular, and emphasized the importance of festivals. Largely because of his efforts for the first time in South Africa, Deepavali came to be recognized as a festival of Hindus in South Africa. Also due to his efforts, on the 31st of May 1912, a conference of all South African Hindus was held and the South African Hindu Mahasabha was born. Later that year, on the 22nd December 1912, a locally born stalwart of the Arya Samaj, Pandit Bhavani Dayal, returned from his marriage in India at the age of 20. He and his young wife, Janani Devi, involved themselves in Gandhiji's famous Satyagraha program. They were both imprisoned in October 1913. His passion and fervour for the cause saw him play an active role within the Arya Samaj movement in South Africa. He ardently preached the Vedic religion and the propagation of Hindi, and also served later as a president of the Natal Indian Congress in South Africa. The Natal Indian Congress was established by Mahatma Gandhi even before the African National Congress came into being, to exert the utmost pressure on the apartheid regime in South Africa and to give full effect to the liberation struggle. By the end of 1925, the Arya Samajis were well established throughout Natal. Yet there was no central coordination or unity, and so during the birth centenary celebration of Swami Dayanand in 1925, the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha was established. This became the parent body of all Arya Samaj organizations in South Africa, and through the regular satsangs, Hindi classes, training of priests, musical classes, theatre, building of schools and social welfare projects, the Arya Pratinidhi Sabha was able to maintain and even grow the practice and understanding of Hinduism in South Africa. Early 1918, an incident in an Indian area of Durban sparked a moving scene that gave birth to a home for the homeless. A beggar was being beaten by a policeman for using a public toilet as an overnight shelter. His cries reached the ear of the then president of the Arya Yuvak Sabha, the AYS, Mr. D.G. Satyadeva, who on the same day reported the incident to the Sabha after consideration of the 9th principle of the Arya Samaj that said, "No person shall be contained in his own welfare, but must find his welfare in the welfare of others." A decision was taken to provide a home for the homeless. By 1920, a building was purchased, and on the 1st of May 1921, a home for the homeless was established in Ballet Road, Naval. The first child to be taken into the newly formed home, a 6-year-old little boy, grew to become president of the very home he was raised in and served with love, compassion, and humility. For 38 years, his personal experiences inspired him to be totally dedicated to caring for the frail. And even after becoming a teacher, Dr. Sushipal Rambiros continued to serve the home until his passing in 2010. Today, the Aryan Benevolent Home continues to serve the needs of the frail, the aged, and the homeless. Another renowned stalwart of the Arya Samaj movement in South Africa was Pandit Naradev Vedalanka. He arrived in South Africa in 1947 as a Gujarati teacher, but stayed on to successfully spread the tenets of Vedic culture. In 1948, he established the Hindi Shiksha Sangh, which gave rise to the first fully fledged Hindu radio station in South Africa, Radio Hindwani. He was also instrumental in establishing the Vedic Priest Academy and the Veda Niketan, both part of the 5 standing committees of the Arya Pratindhi Sabha. The Narayan Jeevan Vedic Center, the Arya Youth League, and the Finance Committee make up the remaining standing committees. Today, the Sabha remains a mature and flourishing organization which continues to offer direction and leadership to the community at large in the religious, social, cultural, and educational fields. Its mission is still to promote the acceptance of the 10 principles of the Arya Samaj as a blueprint for transformation in one's personal life and in society at large, and to conduct all such activities which are in keeping with the spirit of these principles. The Vedic Purohit Mandal attends to the religious needs of the community. Rituals are performed in accordance with Vedic principles and philosophy, with emphasis on the 16 Vedic sanskaras or ceremonies. Providing counsel and advice, especially in times of tragedy, dissemination of the Veda Niketan books and literature, training of the Yajnas, etc., are some of the duties. The priest training is open to males and females over the age of 21. A 3-year course involving examinations written at the half-yearly stage and the final at the end of each year is prescribed. There are orals and practical aspects to each examination. An ordaining ceremony at which a certificate is awarded and a priest gown is worn after taking a solemn oath is held annually. Meetings where Pandits and Panditas meet to discuss matters or issues related to their field of work take place quarterly. Workshops are also arranged to assist priests in establishing uniformity in the performance of various sanskaras. The Purohits and Yagyaks of the Mandal are looked upon as custodians of the Vedic culture. The Arya Pratindhi Sabha has embarked on a grassroots initiative to teach the performance of the Havan ceremony in its simplest form to communities at large. These Bahukund Yajnas are held where many people can participate and benefit. Bahu means many and Kund means vessel. The Veda Niketan was established with the objective of upholding the 3rd principle of the Arya Samaj, which reads the word, the Veda. The Veda is the scripture of true knowledge. It is the paramount duty of every Arya to learn and teach the Veda, to hear it read and to recite it to others. The Veda Niketan promotes Vedic religion and philosophy by engaging in 2 broad activities, conducting of religious examinations and publishing Vedic literature. Swami Dayanand Saraswati believed in the existence of only one supreme reality, which should be worshipped in spirit, not form. The multitude of different divine beings signify but different aspects of one absolute existence. His philosophy and exhortation to all at the time was, go back to the Vedas, as all knowledge is contained in the Vedas, which forms the bedrock of Sanatan Dharma. The propagation of not only Hindi but other Indian languages as well, and the wider recognition of Hindu festivals all have benefited from the pioneering efforts of the Arya Samaj and its commitment to the betterment of Hindu society.
Thank you, Sudha, for that really beautiful presentation. And we know that you have enjoyed that video. This video is a bridge of our past and of our future as the Samaj in South Africa. We are now blessed to live in a country that zealously protects our religious rights. We are also proud that before the birth of the Constitution and democracy in our country, many members of the Arya Samaj played a critical and active role in the socio-political sphere that brought us out of apartheid. And this is the nature of the Samaj, to be able to adapt and respond appropriately. We will now go into a devotional song by Vinaji and Vishen Bhai.
शब्दों के जंगल में तू क्यों फंसा है रे, पर ब्रह्म के रस्ते में तेरा रस नस रमा तो क्यों फंसा है रे पर ब्रह्म के रस्ते में तेरा नस नस रमा है रे आनंद तू ही परमानंद तू ही आनंद तू ही परमानंद तू ही ओम में खोकर ओम में रम कर ओम में मिलना है ओम में खोकर ओम में खोकर ओम में मिलना है शब्दों के जंगल में तू क्यों फंसा है रे
Wow, that was so beautiful, Benji. Thank you. And now we're going to be moving live to Johannesburg, where Shri Rahul Sharma, the president of the Arya Samaj in Gauteng, is going to introduce Shri Vijay Lachman, the High Commissioner of the Republic of Mauritius. Okay, whilst we set up our connection to that, we're now going to move back into storytelling and oral tradition. And Dr. Rambilas is, Dr. Rambilas Vidya Vachaspati, which is his title, is a true son of the Samaj. We have heard him speak on countless occasions, and every time he speaks, one can't help but just glimpse a spark of Swami Dayanand echoing in his words. A Sanskrit scholar and a protagonist in innumerable Back to the Vedas projects. He has written a poem on indentured laborers as well as a dedication to Swami Dayanand Saraswati. We know that you're going to enjoy the following pre-recorded recitals.
The Gita, song beyond compare, eternal truths of life declare, a journey of ups and downs, when in despair man frowns, when family, kith and kin, caught up in pleasures of sin, persist in their pursuit. They need then to state the truth. Thus, in this day and age, the need for such a saint and sage to stand mighty and tall, so a nation may not fall. A plea to follow one's dharma, never to forget our karma, based on daya and Ananda, the call of Swami Dayanand. When our forefathers, Bharat left, poor, distraught, looted and bereft, like the ships adrift and forlorn, to new destinies were they born. Simple folk, innocently drawn to practices of creeds alien, little knowing of the coercion leading
to their conversion. Then, for those that saw, dawned the need to rise, to go beyond mere trappings and false delights, to understand the greater heights, the cultural, spiritual inspiration, the drive for an urgent rejuvenation. On our shores rose a horizon of hope, carrying the message of a Hindu pope, of pride in one's faith and tradition, the Arya Samaj and its noble mission. To lands where our forebears settled, victims of poverty and politics misled, led by dreams lured and beguiled, Girmitias on a contract of Girmit, sold into slavery of a 5-year limit. Bhai Paramanand, Swami Shankaranand arrived, a new spirit they kindled, in grand numbers our folk assembled. Samaj, Hindu Mahasabha, a unity forged, Bhavani Daya, Nardev Vedalankar, in waves the waters of culture flowed. From the motherland and the sea, the arts and knowledge, Saraswati. Flowed the waves of greenery, their blood, sweat and toil, a history. The scroll of white, dhoti, sari, pagdi, in their tears flowed a melody. The white man termed a strange tribe. The stalk of Cain, the pen and the scribe, never apart their souls, their culture, pride in a legacy setting a future. Satsangs, Ramayan, Hindi schools, all serving as their cultural tools. Today we strive to keep alive their spirit, energy and drive. Narayan Jeevan Vedic Center, Aryan Benevolent Home, Project Tripti, Foundation Heal, monuments with a human appeal. Call of Mama Africa, Ubuntu, Abantu, Umuntu, a brotherhood, so speaks.
प्रेम के सिंधु दीन के बंधु दुख दरिद्र विनाशन है दुख दरिद्र विनाशन है जग त्राता विश्व विधाता है सुख शांति निकेतन है जग त्राता विश्व विधाता है सुख शांति निकेतन है सुख शांति निकेतन है, 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 सुख शांति निकेतन है।
Dhanyavad. Matri Devo Bhava, Pitri Devo Bhava. These are one of our foremost dharmic principles that we strive to live in accordance with, respecting our elders, our seers, and those people who contribute to society and make our worlds better. Today, we want to express gratitude by conducting a time-honored tradition of honoring some of our guests with shawls. Our first guest that we wish to acknowledge and give respect to is Puja Swami Swatma Ramananda from the Ramakrishna Center in South Africa. He will be shawled by Puja Swami Dayanand Saraswati ji and Puja Swami Maitri ji. Sorry about that, just getting my bearings right. We also wish to acknowledge a guest in our audience, and that is Dr. Anasuya Boligarla. Dr. G is the director of the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center of the General Consulate in Durban. Please come forward. She will be accorded this respect by Pandit Arti Shannon. I'd like to call upon our musical maestro, Dr. Veena Lachman. She will be given the grace of this shawl by Pandit Shannon. I would like to call upon Pandit Shada Rani Philip to come forward, and she will be accorded this respect by Pandit Shannon. now call upon Shri Ashwin Trikamji to come forward, and he will be accorded the Shawl of Respect by Dr. Bisram Rambilas. Whilst we're waiting for our connection to Johannesburg, I would like to express thanks and appreciation. This part of the program was prepared by Shri Shalen Bhushan, who the person never ever thanks themselves, but at the outset I would like to thank him for his immense work and contribution to the Samaj, one of the quiet people behind the scenes who does amazing and sterling work for the Samaj. I would like to extend our deepest appreciations in making today's function successful across 3 cities and online. Our profound gratitude to all the sannyasis for gracing our function. We are truly blessed to have our Swamijis at this august gathering. To our special guest, His Excellency Shri Prabhat Kumar, the High Commissioner of the India Pretoria, and His Excellency Shri Vijay Lakshman, High Commissioner of the Republic of Mauritius. We will be logging in shortly. Our sincere gratitude to them for their messages. To Anasuya Boligarla, Director of the Vivekanand Cultural Center for Durban, thank you. We express our sincere thanks to Puja Swami Aryaveshji, Puja Swami Shardha Prabhananji, Mr. Ashwin Trikamji, and Mr. Raj Thandal for their goodwill messages. We would like to thank today's Brahma, Pandit Arti Shannon, for conducting the Bahukund in such a beautiful and dignified manner. Panditji, in your spiritual duties, you not only play the role of priest, but you act as advisor, marriage counselor, teacher, and friend to all. Thank you, Panditji, for fulfilling every one of these roles. To our dear Dr. Rambilas, our love and gratitude to you for the eloquent and heartwarming poetry recital. You did not only do justice to Swami Dayanand, but also to the indentured laborers. Music is the universal language of mankind. Where words fail, music speaks. A big thank you to Dr. Veena Lakshman and our Tabalchi, Vishen Kemraj, for the beautiful renditions today. We also thank Pandit Sharda Rani Philip for the beautiful rendition of the Swami Dayanand bhajans. We express our profound gratitude to the African Lotus production, Mr. Sudha Singh and his dynamic team, Sizwe and Sipo. This Tri-City program required technical expertise and management. This program was live streamed between the 3 cities, YouTube and Facebook. Sudhaji and his team have given us their valuable time to ensure the smooth facilitation of the pre-recording of the messages, innumerable meetings, trial runs, and finally encapsulating the history of the Samaj so beautifully in the very informative video presentation. Bhaiji, our heartfelt gratitude to you and your team. Celebrating the 200th birth anniversary of the founder Maharshi Dayanand Saraswati at the ABH, the flagship of the Arya Samaj, is indeed momentous. Our sincere gratitude to Mohil Bhai, President of the Board of Management, for allowing us the use of the premises for free. Rain Naguran, the CEO, Amraj, and the staff for all their assistance. Today has been a deep spiritual experience for all of us, and you will agree it's been a great success. And may the ABH be forever blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, our profound gratitude to Kishore Bhai Singh and Aram Jadoo for providing today's scrumptious meals, which will be shortly. A big thank you to you. Our heartfelt gratitude to Karanichas and Little Gujarat for providing today's prasad. Photography is the art of making memories real, and a big thanks to our photographer, Niranbai Daulat, for always lending us your expertise and your creativity. The Sabha extends its heartfelt gratitude to Satyaben and the Singh family of Port Shepstone for providing this beautiful marquee and chairs, and to Aditya Bhaiji for providing the sound system.
Satyan Bhaiji and Aditya Bhaiji, without any hesitation, agreed to sponsor their equipment gratis, without which this function would not be a success.
To the Dharam Singh family, stalwarts in the Arya Samaj, our gratitude knows no bounds. To Acoustic Avenue for providing the LED screens in Durban and in Pietermaritzburg. A big thank you to Mira Mirage for the beautiful stage decor. A big thank you to the print and electronic media, Deepika Wendy Da Costa for her informative article in the Saturday Independent, Radio Hindwani, and Lotus FM. Our gratitude to Aman Bhai Singh, who donated the beautiful shawls for our special guests. To our very own Pujya Swami Maitriji, our heartfelt gratitude to you for so lovingly stitching 300 gift bags. To Kiss Supermarket, Bhaiji, we are deeply grateful to you for sponsoring the ghee for our function. May Paramatma bless you and your family. Sunningvale Primary School for allowing us use of the parking space for our guests, a heartfelt gratitude. Thanks to our team of volunteers who so efficiently managed the seva for today's function. I know that there was a lot of work that was happening yesterday till late in the evening. Arrangements of the Havan area, ushering committee, telecommunications team, Vedniketan bookstall committee, Krishbhai Bhimsen for transporting our goods. And we also extend our gratitude to our office staff, Lekha Jadu, Meena Suraj Bali, Cynthia Zulu, and Sitembise for providing invaluable support for this function. I would like to add to this list our 4 juniors who have been working yesterday and today to assist in this function from early in the morning, and that is the youngest members of the Samaj, that is Sanya and Divakar and Arya and Ratyo. I know that Swamiji also had a big hand in this vote of thanks as well, and when I read it, I was quite perturbed to see that his name was not on the acknowledgement, so I am going to do the acknowledgement on behalf of the Samaj. Swamiji, your effort into this function, your immeasurable contribution, your creativity, your everything, your soul has gone into this function. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, I want to thank you for attending our presentation today, our celebration, our Bahukund, and making this a huge success. If we as the Samaj have not mentioned anyone in particular, please accept our humble apologies, as it is not intentional. We are now going to go into the next part of the program, which Lekaji is now going to whisper into my ear.
It was anticipated that we were going to have live introductions, but it seems that the load shedding schedule has created some kind of problems with our connectivity. So we do have a recorded message from His Excellency Shri Prabhat Kumar, who is the High Commissioner of India based in Pretoria. We are now going to go into that.
First of all, let me congratulate Arya Samaj South Africa for celebrating the 200th birth anniversary of Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Swami Dayanand Saraswati was one of the greats of the 19th century India. He was a true social reformer who advocated that some of the evils that has come into the Hindu society. So he advocated the policy of back to the Vedas and saw that in the Vedic times these evils were not there. So what he was saying, that caste system, dowry system, child marriage, these were not there, and therefore we should go back to that society and reform Hinduism accordingly. I also recall the Dayanand Anglo-Vedic Society, which has established many schools and colleges in India, and therefore had carried forward the education, especially education of women. And Swami Dayanand Saraswati was a very pioneer in advocating advancement of women in society. As you can see, the government of India is looking towards women empowerment, and recently, around 6 months back, we have passed a legislation for reservation of women in parliament and in legislatures. So Swami Dayanand Saraswati was ahead of his times, and he has left a wonderful legacy for all of us. I really congratulate the Arya Samaj South Africa for remembering a pioneer of reforms in India, and it will be a good achievement if we are able to carry forward the teachings that he left with us.
Thank you to the Office of the High Commissioner for those gracious sentiments to the Samaj. We have tried our best to restore the connectivity, but it seems that we are unable to go past that challenge. So we're now going to bring the function to a conclusion with the mealtime prayer and the Shanti part by Pandit Shannon. And thereafter, you will join us for lunch, which is if you just walk out of the marquee and you turn right into the hall. So also keep in mind that this program here, this time is also the beginning of our Samaj's centennial celebrations. 100 years is definitely something to be celebrated, and it's also the lead up to the 150 years of the Arya Samaj in the world. So in conclusion, I would like to leave you with this thought that let us forever strive to live in accordance with the 10 principles of the Arya Samaj, and let us try in every way, in every deed, in every thought, try to make ourselves noble and the whole world noble. Prem Namaste and Vedic Dharam Ki Jai.
Before I commence with the mealtime prayer and the Shanti part, I would like to thank our Master of Ceremonies for today. She's done an excellent job. Please put your hands together for Roshila Benimado Bhogo. Please rise. The mealtime prayer. Annapate anasya no deyanamivasya shushminaha prapradataram tarisha urjanno dehi dvipade chatushpade. Shanti Pat. Om Dhyav Shantirantariksham Shantihi Prithivi Shantirapah Shantir Oshadaya Shantihi वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Namaste and thank you.
Sorry, Parivar, please can I make a humble request? Our special guests who are seated in the front, please can you allow them to be escorted into the dining hall first and then you proceed.